on, let's go. Time for some more Race to a Million.
So welcome back to our introduction of all of the teams for Race2A million.ca. Up this time is Team Matrix.
Team Matrix, yay! Another great group of individuals.
Absolutely.
Another mastermind group. And we're going to start off with a couple of guys that are not only partners in the mastermind group, but partners in business as well. And we'll start off with the dynamic Super Gs with Gareth Maudsley.
Gareth's a really well-versed guy. He's experienced in client and project management of corporate IT, as well as technology operations management. Gareth has recently moved to Kamloops from sunny South Africa with his wife. Gareth's very active in and appreciates new challenges and learning new skills. When we asked him why he chose to join a mastermind group, he said it's pretty easy. I just want to apply all of my experiences to others that they might benefit in their respective businesses and concepts.
There's Gareth Maudsley. Not the first time you're going to hear a South African accent on Team Matrix, but first, before we get to the other South African, why don't we talk about the other guy in Sage IT?
Absolutely. His partner, Guy Waddington.
Guy's married with 2 children. He enjoys working with people, creative concepts and ideas, and being a troubleshooter extraordinaire. Guy's long-range business goals are to develop self-managed passive revenue streams for retirement at the age of 50.
Wow.
When we asked him whether he could turn $500 into $1 million with his team, he said, without a doubt we can win. Why? Why not?
Okay, so that was Guy Waddington, everybody. Dean, who's up next with Team Matrix?
That other guy with the South African accent we were talking about.
Of course.
You won't be able to see it because we only have a still picture of him. But as the contest continues, you're going to love getting to know this guy. What a mind. Mr. Greg Murray.
This is one complicated guy. He's an accountant, an MBA, and a senior financial analyst. Greg's created and used strategic business information to support executive-level decision-making in multinational organizations. He's going to be a huge help to this team. As a commercial banker for the BC Interior region, he's also acted as a consultative financial partner to local businesses. At Venture Kamloops at www.venturekamloops.com, Greg's responsible for managing business retention and expansion activities right here in Kamloops.
That was Greg Murray, and don't worry, ladies, I know there's a lot of gentlemen in the Race to a Million, but the fairer sex is represented very well as well, like our next contestant.
Our next person is Kelly Auld.
Kelly Auld enjoys running, biking, hiking, cooking, and reading. She describes herself as strong. Kelly's married and has 3 children. And what's most exciting for her about being part of the first ever Race to a Million is all of the new ideas and watching the whole competition unfold. She's very curious to see what comes from all of the great minds taking part.
Yeah, so are we.
I think you're going to hear a lot of different things that are pretty interesting from Kelly over the course of the race. Dean, who's our next person up?
Well, you stole the word right out of my mouth. Interesting. Our next contestant is a local historian. He's a public speaker. He's a published author. And I tell you, if you want to check out a really cool book about some history here in the interior of British Columbia, check out a book called Interred with Their Bones, the story of Billy Miner. It was written by our next contestant on Team Matrix. His name is Peter Grauer.
Peter is the principal of Tillicum Management Services. His business has provided consulting and project management services to municipalities, the provincial government, engineering firms, and land developers. Peter also undertakes the self-publishing of historical works dealing with the history of British Columbia. His last work, that we already mentioned, Interred with Their Bones, garnered an award for historical writing from the BC Historical Federation, received from the hands of the Lieutenant Governor in Victoria.
Yes, Peter Grauer, he's just so often the voice of reason and kind of good. I see him being a calming influence on Team Matrix, but I can't wait to see what he comes up with. But we're not done with Team Matrix yet. One more contestant to talk about.
Yeah, absolutely. This next guy is quite an experienced entrepreneur. He's been in a lot of different businesses over the years. And now he's into a very exciting healthcare business with his Vata Vibes. And his name is John Woolner.
John's been married for 24 years and he's got 2 daughters. He loves windsurfing and water skiing and snowboarding. John says he's had a lot of businesses over the last 30 years, some with good success and some with not so good. He describes himself as active, a dreamer, full of ideas, but finds follow-through sometimes challenging.
And speaking of the challenge, we asked John if his team was up to turning $500 into $1 million. He said, nope, we're shooting for $2 million.
So that was John Woolner, and in fact, John likes to point out that both of his daughters were involved in the charity of choice from Team Matrix, and that charity of choice is none other but
the BC Children's Hospital.
That's right, where John's two daughters were born.
Right, and a lot of other great kids were born, and a lot of other great kids are taken care of by some fine healthcare professionals right here in the province of British Columbia. And I know Matrix is going to go to the wall to do everything they can to earn money on behalf of that terrific charity. And we've come to the wall, or the finish line, of introducing Team Matrix.
Yes, we have.
I'm interested to see what we're going to do with our next team. They're called
Team Nexus.
And we're going to do our best to introduce you to them in our next video.
Liftoff. That's it for this week. Don't forget to hit us up at racetoamillion.ca.